everyone, welcome back to the vlog. This is Susie from Thread Quarters. Thanks for joining me again today. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video review of the Sheona dress patterns by Athina Kakou. So if you are interested in hearing more, then keep watching. Right, so just a quick review of the Shona dress and t-shirt by Athina Kakou for SMYLY Patterns. It's a mouthful to say all of that. Here is a few shots of the pattern itself. It is pretty versatile. It comes with a lot of different variations, as you can see. So there is the basic t-shirt, which can be 3/4 length or short sleeved. There is then also a dress version of it, again with the sleeve length variations. Then there's also the one with a long ruffle, sort of almost looks like a dress or peplum top, and then there's the really cute small ruffle that you can put on the bottom of the dress of the t-shirt and along the cuffs as well. So I have opted to go for the dress version with a little twist. If you have been following along with Athina, she has been, after she released her pattern, she also has been doing little mini hacks that you can do to the basic pattern. And I followed one of them, actually, is making this yoke. But I also did my own little twist. I added cuffs. So I'll tell you all about the making of it and then give you my review. So I don't know if you saw, but I announced earlier in the week that I was going to do an Instagram live of me actually sewing up the dress. It's the very first time I've ever done Instagram live, so I was really nervous. One, that no one would actually watch, and two, that I would make a mess. But I always wanted to do Instagram live because I really enjoy watching them. It's good fun, but I've never really thought what I could do a live about. So I was about to start sewing this up and I thought, oh, let's just do the dress and have a chat with you guys. So loads of you did tune in, which was really great. Also made me really nervous, and I made a big mess up like pretty much straight away with that because I wasn't thinking properly. I didn't double check my cutting for the body part, and I sewed the yoke on wonky to the body, so it was like cutting across the stripes. Horrendous. Yes, ridiculously embarrassed that I did that. Literally did that live in front of lots, not like hundreds of people, but a number of people. So, but anyway, you know, it's real life. People make mistakes. So also because I was live, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna unpick all of this because people will be really bored, and unpicking is boring to do, let alone watch. So I resurged it and made it line up, but then that did obviously have repercussions in the fit, which I resurrected obviously, but you know, I made a few mistakes. I did fix them. So I was just keeping it real. So anyway, I was able to whip it up really quickly because the pattern is really your basic t-shirt pattern. You make one t-shirt, you can make another t-shirt in half the length of time. Once you get the system or the processes down pat, then you can just whip them up in no time at all. That's why people were saying, you can sew that so quickly. One, I use an overlocker, which makes it really quick. And two, I've made a lot of t-shirts now, so I know how to do it quickly, basically. And yeah, it came together really easily. I did my top stitching with a zigzag stitch, which is actually the first time I've done that rather than a twin needle. And I really like that because twin needling often pops for me, so I thought I'm just going to try the zigzag, and I'm more than happy with the look of it. So yes, my alterations were adding the yoke and the sleeve cuffs. I really wanted to do this colour blocking effect. I had these fabrics all in my stash. The stripy Ponte is from Stitchy Bee. I'm not sure if she still has it. I'll link it down below if she does. And the red is a Ponte also from Satisfaction, and again I'll link that below if she still has it. But what I will say is they are both super snuggly and really, really lovely quality. They have slightly different fibre contents, so they reacted slightly differently under my overlocker, so you definitely need to do swatch tests with your tension on your serger or overlocker before you start doing the sewing properly, because definitely for the red one I found it was going really wavy if I didn't have it quite turn the tension up quite a bit, and then it worked. It behaved properly after that, so that's okay. But as long as you do your tests, you should be fine. So the yoke is basically cutting a line just above the bust. It's just slightly below the arm side, and then adding a seam allowance to both the top part and then your bottom bodice and skirt part, I don't know what you would call it. Just make sure you remember to put the seam allowances in. The seam allowance is 1 centimetre, just for information. And then for the cuff, I did just wing this myself. I kept the length, the 3/4 length sleeve, and then I just measured the distance while it was flat and sort of tapered it in by, what is that, 3 inches, 3.5 inches, something like that. And as I've made cuffs before, it's doubled up, and the pattern piece sort of looks like that. And then you fold it over. It's too complicated to do it without showing you something. Maybe I could do a tutorial sometime if that's something anyone's interested in. Anyway, turned out okay. It means that you get that sort of tapered effect towards your wrist, but it's still loose enough that I can pull it up a bit, because I always pull up my sleeves. It's just a habit that I have. I like long sleeves that I can push up rather than having cropped sleeves that just stay where they are. I don't know, it's just a habit I have. So anyway, super happy with this. It's a really cute little detail, and as I said, it was easy to do. So the pattern sewed up really easily. The instructions are very clear and concise, go into a lot of detail, very step by step, really does hold your hand. If you are new to sewing jersey, this would be a really good first pattern. Pick a Ponte, make the dress, and it will be super easy to whip up. I only have one issue with it. I cut a size 16, which was pretty much exactly my measurements. I think my hip was actually slightly smaller than the measurements on the pattern, which never happens, by the way, because I'm pear-shaped, so my hips are I always have to cut, like, you know, grade it into smaller size for the bust, not for this one. It actually turned out really too big on me for my personal taste. I'll do some cutaways of what the dress has turned out like. Hi guys, so if you watched last night's Instagram live, you would have seen me making this dress, and I did say I would put it on to let you guys see. So here it is. I haven't done the cuffs yet, but I like it, but I think it's too big for me, so I'm actually going to be tweaking it a bit. I want a bit less ease around the top part of my body. I don't mind it on my hips being loose, but at the top, yeah, at the top I would just like it just to be a little bit more form-fitting. I did cut a size 16, which was closest to my measurements, but I also think the shoulders are a bit too wide here, so I'm actually going to take the sleeves off as well and redo. I had to take it in by probably, I don't know, a centimetre either side, you know, so that is 4 centimetres overall. It was pretty much, I think I went down at least to a size 12, because I want it to be fitted for my personal taste of how I like these tops and dresses to fit. I want them to be fitted around my bust, but not like really tight, just fitted very slight, maybe a very slight negative ease around my bust, but then tapering to a little bit looser around the tummy and also a little bit looser on the hips. That is my personal preference because, as I've said like a million times before, I have a little bit of a tummy, so I don't want it to be tight on my tummy. So I always have to do those sorts of alterations to t-shirty jersey type patterns because of my own personal taste. So, but that's just a heads up. It was a little bit big, but even without doing that, it was just a little, my shoulders were sitting there on me rather than right on my shoulder. So I think if I had a cut size 14, probably 12, that would have actually been the right size for me, I think. So maybe something to bear in mind if you do go ahead and make one of these, but better big than small. And actually it is super easy to take it in. You just stick it under your overlocker and whiz over your old overlocking, and it'll cut off the old overlocking. It's actually so much easier than taking it in with a woven. Only thing is, obviously, because it is cutting it, that's it. If you do it too small, then you're in trouble. But the fact that it started off big meant that at least I had room to play with and tweak it to my own personal preferences. You know, very rarely you're going to get a pattern that just fits you out of the packet. If you do, you've found your holy grail. But yes, this is a really great basic for your wardrobe. If you don't mind doing that first initial tweak of making sure you get exactly the right fit, once you get that, you have got all these different options that come with the pattern. Plus, I know that every week Athena has been doing little hacks on her blog for the pattern. So she's been releasing little add-on pieces for free, like for example a little tie belt pattern that would be good if you kept the looser fit for cinching in the dress, and that would actually be very cute as well if that's the kind of style you like. So actually, if you're interested in picking up this pattern, I do have a discount code for you. So it's written here along the bottom of the screen. I'm pretty sure it's just thread quarters, and that will get you 10% off for a limited period. If you check the description box down below, you will get all the information. So do check that out. If you're going to pick up the pattern, there'll be the link to the pattern itself, plus the discount code and all the details for that. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me that thumbs up. I always appreciate it. Drop me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Do you like my little addition of the colour blocking? And if you enjoy my videos, as always, please do remember to subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be getting notifications of when I release or upload a new vlog. So anyway guys, until next time, bye!